Welcome to the DJ Motorsport channel, where we show highlights of our races from Gran Turismo 7. So here we are, round 2 of the AlfaRomeo, and we're at Sardinia Windmills Reverse. It's an off-road dirt track, and away we go. Bit of a funny one, this one, so we haven't got the full HUD up, and the reason for that is on dirt tracks on Gran Turismo 7 you cannot have fuel, tyres, damage, so there's no strategy at all, and we don't normally do these races. There is a few reasons, as people are literally sliding as we speak. We don't normally they're not very good, let's be honest, okay? The game is supposed to be a simulator, and obviously on these dirt tracks or snow tracks, it's a nonsense. I don't know why they're in the game, but anyway, having said that, some people in the group like to do them, so the idea here was this isn't the race car, this is the road car. They're front wheel drive, and it's just a little bit of light-hearted fun, just to break up the serious racing. So that's why this is in here, and then next week we would be going to the Group 4 Alpha 155 for a couple of races, and then the Group 3 4C for a couple of races. So it's just to break it up a bit. It's not something we do often or all the time, because they're not very good. Some people do enjoy it, like I say, and obviously we have got to think of everybody in the group. So that's why it's here. I'm not a personal lover of it myself. I can take it or leave it. I don't mind doing the odd race here as a bit of fun, but it's not something I enjoy that much. But anyway, I'm not really there's not really much to say really on this. There's I can't talk about strategy, I can't talk about fuel, I can't talk about tyres. It is literally 16 cars sliding around a track. The only thing we can say really, again, as we've said before, look at the graphics. I mean, when you look at a shot like that, or like this, you can see the cameraman on the side of the hill there taking a picture. If you look for detail, there is a lot of detail everywhere you look. In the background, which is not even on the track. There's farm buildings, there's sheds, there's tents, there's random cars. There is so much detail, which we've said before, graphics made. There's Fossil has a mega penalty there, which he's just served. And we've got Robbie there, Nitro and Nige at the back there with, who else is there? So you've got Fossil, Rob and Nitro and Nige. Can't see who else is back there. But yeah, you get this, and I think it's obviously getting darker because headlights are on now, and I think this does progress to getting quite dark. It's not a too long video, I think it's about 9 minutes. So there's Nitro and Nige, there's Robbie there right at the back there in 12th place. So as we said, graphically very good. And as I say, while the camera's panning around, just have a look at the distance. We've got these the windmills in the distance, or the solar wind stuff, which is really nice. And a lot of detail. I'm just not sure why it's in the game. It's a contradiction of the game, isn't it? It's the real driving simulator on a dusty track. Doesn't actually make sense, but anyway, that's every bit. I can't remember where people finished here. It's a very much not a great race, like I say. And we did do 25 laps as well, which is a bit another sort of thing there, because when you do 25 laps, it's quite long anyway. But if you've got pit stops or tyres, it can make it quite interesting, because there's obviously things you can do, but the fact that in this there's no strategy, yeah, it just makes it look boring. Anyway, there we go. So as we are on board there with Fizzgig at the moment in a very bright green car, which is nice to see. These liveries again always look wonderful. People obviously take a lot of time to either make them or download them, and we thank all the people that have made them in the past and the future. So their Jag, looks like Jag, Dave Speed, Spider-Man and Pants, they're all in a bit of a group. Chopping and changing, look, 3 abreast there nearly. The key to this one, not what we're really going to talk about strategy, is to, I know it sounds simple, but you don't want to really brake here because of you're going to slide. So really it's just trying to keep the speed sort of constant, throw it into the corner, maybe a bit of handbrake, and just try and ride it out. Also the barrier collisions are quite high, so if you hit a barrier, you're going to get a lot of time penalty, you know, like 5 seconds or something, which is going to absolutely crucify you. Again, as I was talking earlier about the settings, you can't have damage on, so it doesn't matter if you crash, you're not going to damage the car, but you will get a time penalty. As we see, there was that Spider-Man there chucking it up the inside and making a good move on Jay. We've gone back to the front now, so you've got Shakira Text there in second, fighting with Bowers by the looks of it. I think those two were near the front for quite a while, fighting it out. I can't see what lap we're on, but yeah, look, you can see how close they are, second and third. As they come round to finish another lap. And it's definitely getting darker. Ryan now in the lead. He's finally got to grips with this track. He's never been on this track before. He's never seen it in his life. But he's doing well because he's in first there. So that's good to see. He's in first by a long shot, by it looks like. There's no cars in front of him, no cars behind him, and that's another problem with something like this. You know, bearing in mind we're all in the same car, where is everyone? You know, there was Bowers and Shakira Tex were fighting, and I think pretty much they were the only ones fighting at this point in the race. So yeah, I'm not too convinced it was that great. Well, we can see another car, so Ryan's about to lap somebody by the looks of it. Could be Matty. I can't see really. Anyway, enough. I'm so bored already. We're going to skip on now to the final bit just to see who crosses over. There we go, and it is indeed Ryan, which we obviously knew it would be. So well done to him. Very good, Ryan. Very, very good. Shakira Tex there in second. brilliant to him. And it looks like that's Black Sheep in third. So well done to him. Thanks for watching as always. Hit the like if you liked it, and we'll see you next week at Catalonia.